One of the greatest Fury fighters of all time is defending his title today in H-Town as Cameron Graves takes on Matheus Silva live on UFC Fight Pass for Fury FC 109. But first, we get things started with our biggest prelims broadcast ever. 15 fights live from the Imagine venues on the Fury FC Facebook and YouTube pages. It is time for these fighters to unleash the Fury and welcome in. I'm Rahil Ramzan-Ali, joined by the black belt himself, Michael Alexander, and UFC veteran and Fury FC Hall of Famer Alex Morono. And as I mentioned, there are a lot of fights. We've got amateurs, we've got pros, and we have a title on the line as Marcelo Aosta Ruiz takes on Shawn Tilman for the 155 amateur title.
Yeah, Marcelo 4-1, Tilman is 6-1. Both guys are so well-rounded. Cannot wait for this super high-level title fight.
And then we have 7 pro fights, including Marcus Nash taking on AJ Hodgkins. This is one that you and I have been talking about, Alex. We've all been talking about this one. This is going to be a banger, Michael.
Yeah, former Division I linebacker for the Oregon Ducks, AJ Hodgkins, against the extremely heavy-handed Marcus Nash. These two guys are going to go at it. This is going to be an unbelievable fight. I'm going to make a prediction now. This is not going to go the distance.
I know. And then Patrick Hutton, longtime Houston MMA legend, is stepping back inside for what could be his retirement fight, taking on Mitchell Cup. That and all these other fights, we got to get them going because, again, there are a lot. So let's join the 4th member of our broadcast crew, the best-dressed man in MMA, also a Fury FC Hall of Famer, Wayne Leggett.
Hello, Spike fans, and welcome to Escapade at Imagine Venues. This is Fury FC 109, Silva versus Graves. But first, please welcome to the blue corner for your opening preliminary contest, Kaleb Denison.
Kaleb Denison, first fighter out, coming in with an 0-2 record, trying to get that first win, the coveted first win, second time here in the Fury Amateur Series cage. And one of the cool things about Kaleb Denison, he is very active. He's already fought twice since May.
Yeah, you're not going to get much more active than that, and he's excited about getting in here and made a prediction, Alex. He's going to win this fight by submission. So, pretty bold prediction that, you know, at 0-2 to come in here and say this is how I'm going to finish it, but I like the confidence.
Yeah, a couple interesting facts. He is 31 as an amateur, which is pretty abnormal. 31 by no means is old, but it's a little late for an amateur. So, in terms of goals, I think he's in here just to have fun, test himself, not looking to race anywhere. And I'll tell you, both these guys got a tremendous opportunity being on this fight card of all fight cards, as it's a banger of a card and it's super deep.
Kaleb Denison is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Jacob Martinez to the red corner.
Jacob Martinez bringing in a lot of experience. His 8th amateur fight, second time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Currently riding a 2-fight losing streak is Jacob Martinez, and hasn't fought since last year, so has took a year off to regroup. And here's the thing, there's experience and then there's major experience. Most of his fights will go the distance. All but one haven't.
Yeah, Jacob Martinez, I mean, what can you say? He started fighting in 2019 and, you know, last fought last summer. So he's had some time off and, you know, it's really difficult to, you know, put a pin on how he'll react in here and what kind of fighter we'll see in Jacob Martinez after a little bit of time off and then coming off those losses, just to see how he'll react to that, Alex.
Yeah, and he's got a really good team behind him to help, you know, prepare him through that. He's out of Heritage Muay Thai and Thug Jiu-Jitsu, assuming that was in his corner. They have, I think, 4 or 5 fighters on tonight's card. So we talk about all the time, it's always fun when you have a fight camp to go through with your teammates.
We look at our Tales of Tape brought to you by OnlyFans. Be sure to subscribe to the Fury FC OnlyFans page right now for exclusive behind the scenes everything Fury FC. The reach advantage going to Martinez. Big note right there, and the height as well. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, Fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed officially at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, Texas, today he seeks his first amateur win. This is Kaleb Denison. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he too seeks his first amateur victory. Here is Jacob Martinez. Your referee in charge of the action, Ramsey Ishak.
All right, let's get it going. First of 15 prelims fights. We've got 8 amateur fights for you, including the title fight. Marcelo, Aosta, Ruiz taking on Shawn Tilman. And then if we get to them, we've got 7 pro fights as well. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. We have about a 3-hour window to get all these fights in. So might not get all of them in because,
Jumps to Gilly.
Ollie.
He jumped
Gilly.
it. This is arm in, closed guard. This is tight, though, and he's so fresh and dry. His guard's a little low. Make it hard to really bridge your hips in as Denison pops his head out.
No panic there.
Miss 100% of the gillies, you don't jump.
Yeah.
You got to go for it. Nah, not really.
I miss 100% of the gillies. I do jump. I do want to give a special shout out. We've got David Nuno from Texags fame watching the broadcast. He is ready to watch his teammate from Brazos Valley MMA, Marcelo Aosta Ruiz, for the title. They're all over there training right now and watching. Shout out to them in College Station.
Shoots a triangle, does Martinez. Denison, though, hip to it.
Ooh.
Uses it to pass the legs, and in the pass takes the back. And if Denison predicted a submission, this is about as good as it gets positionally.
Was a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he does have some submissions. And there's a big difference between a typical Jiu-Jitsu blue belt and guys who do MMA that are blue belts. There's a little bit of toughness there and a little bit of grit that typically doesn't exist in just a regular blue belt. Not always, but.
Martinez with another reversal. Some strong grappling early on from both of these guys.
Denison on his back right now. About a minute 15 in this round. Amateur rules, of course. 3 minutes, 3 rounds.
Left-handed frame, try to get back to closed guard. And Mike, yeah, you called it. When I'm rolling in jiu-jitsu with my MMA guys, I'll do mean stuff just to make us both laugh. I'll go for the nose. I'll dig my elbow or forearm somewhere uncomfortable. Whereas sometimes jiu-jitsu guys take it personal. I'm like, hey, man, calm down. But the MMA guys, it'll usually get a smile out of their face.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's some war wounds that you go home with when you're practicing MMA, no matter what belt you are, that you're always proud of. Especially if they came from Alex. And Jacob pretty lean for this fight, even though he declared that he hates vegetables. So,
hey, man. I have a lot of weight cuts in his future.
I don't think anybody actually likes vegetables.
Really strong finish here from Martinez. Honestly, that's a pretty close round, but I think with Martinez's ground and pound and aggression in these last 30 seconds, he's making a really strong case for him to pretty clearly take round 1.
10 seconds.
They say anytime you hit a get up, you may have to eat a punch or two on the way up. Denison was not about those punches. Good exchange. Good start to this fight from both guys. A lot of good technical grappling. Both guys had their moments. I think it was really the ground and pound of Martinez that was the standout for round 1.
Yeah, both guys in good positions in the first round. Not a ton of striking from the feet.
Big overhand coming on the replay. Just barely wings him, close to the distance. See him jump that gilly.
Yeah, he was a little square for this. The legs went a little bit low, so that just gives you a little bit of room to breathe up there. But Martinez able to get back on top by the end of the round. Like you said, I agree with you, Alex. I think that won him the round. It was very, very close until then, but Kaleb Denison showing he does have some jiu-jitsu in there. Got the back, and good on Jacob Martinez to get back up and get back in control.
All right, round 2. See what adjustments were made. Martinez coming forward early.
That big overhand left again. Strong sprawl, but still, Denison randomly ran his feet. Got him off balance. Scores a nice blast double.
He was not going to exit on that one. He was all in. That was a man on a mission.
Yeah, Kaleb trying to make sure that this fight goes to the ground. Obviously thinks he has the advantage here.
Triangle. He's got to lock that figure 4 up. If he can lock that figure 4.
He's got a little too far down his back, but...
And notice that left foot, if he could stick it right in the middle of his knee. That shin right in line with the bottom of the kneecap.
Down trying to get some more leverage here, but good defense so far by Denison.
Yeah, there you go.
Now this is going to be tough.
Definitely choking him. Hitting the arm across always helps, but it's not always necessary. It definitely puts someone to sleep with this type of pressure.
It's going to be enough. The squeeze is on Martinez, trying everything. And Denison trying to stay up and get some wiggle room in that neck and escapes. How about that? And now inside is Denison.
Nice underhook there from Martinez. Holds his base. Needs to be mindful of this front headlock position. He's got 2 hands on one. He's got to stand up, though.
Halfway through the round. Denison grinding that right arm across the chin, neck.
Put himself right back in this fight. I mean,
now Denison ahead of the scramble this time. Last time he was a little bit behind it, so stayed ahead of the scramble this time. Able to get back up to his feet. Martinez kind of gave him the position back there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Not exactly sure
Ooh, big punches.
what the thought was there, but gave him that position. Now he's right back on his back in a little bit worse position. Bottom hooks in. Be careful crossing those ankles, but still, when the hip's on the ground, you're not as much danger, but...
We saw a back take, ankle cross, ankle lock in this Fury cage.
Yeah.
One time, and one time only. And ironically, it was a purple belt doing it to a black belt in a pro fight. I won my first match ever in a jiu-jitsu tournament with that.
Did you?
It was like my 3rd match. I had lost my first couple, but the first time I actually won was with that nonsense.
It's my favorite thing to do to my friends who don't do jiu-jitsu, where you're like, all right, I'll let you start on my back. They always cross their ankles, and they always crawl away.
Man, I think that's a Denison round. He's on the back twice. He did have to navigate around that triangle, which he did very appropriately. 1-1 going into 3 unofficial.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Denison did more damage there as soon as he escaped from the triangle. And, you know, even though he was in that triangle, once he got out, it didn't look like he was in any danger while he was in it. It's hard to tell if they're, you know, how tight it is from out here. We can tell that technically he's missing just a couple of points. But, I mean, I've seen people do it. You don't even have to cross you don't even have to have a figure 4. I mean, you can do it with straight legs. There's a couple different ways. So you can jam your fist into that neck. So, you know, we can never tell from this seat how good it is unless we can see their face. But like Denison was fine.
The last submission or pro in Houston, I believe it was submission or pro 98, we saw a nice blue belt triangle where he jammed his fist in alongside the legs. Got the tap. It was cool.
So mean.
Make sure you watch all the Submission Hunter Pro cards on the UFC Fight Pass Facebook and YouTube pages, exclusively there.
Some Pro 100 coming up.
Oh man.
Turned a high kick into a rear body lock.
It's the way the world goes in the amateur ranks.
Yeah, I was explaining to my kids all week long about, like, you know, make sure to do defensive moves from defensive positions and then naturally offensive moves from offensive positions. I had one girl in a strong top front headlock, but then, like, pulled guard from there. Not going for a front choke. And I was like, why would you do a defensive move from an offensive scenario? I'm not too sure how to categorize that one, but that was from a high kick to a body lock. Went from offensive to defensive fast. Again, if he can get that leg figure forward, and I mean tight, he's going to stop the posture. That's a tighter figure four almost. I mean, you can see there's like 2 inches. And then if he can get the arm across, if he can push that arm across, that would make it significantly tighter.
And falling into that trap is Denison, but looks to be in good shape. There seems to be a lot of room.
Yeah, it looks like he's out.
Is he out?
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Never mind.
Wow.
He's not need to go across.
Yeah.
Martinez there. He felt the bite.
Man, from here we could see the space from our angle, but that didn't matter. A good bite, a good finish for Martinez.
Hamstring must have been right there, right on the carotid, just squeezing away. Man, a good finish there, Jacob Martinez. 1 round, competitive round 2. Man, found the finish in 3. Didn't even need the judges' scores.
Yeah, what a feeling that is especially after losing the first one, and getting here and then getting it back. And you can see, us as black belts, we're looking at, we're like, all right, technically there's some things he can still work on there. That, man, I can't imagine how much tighter it'll be if he had that gap closed.
Absolutely.
And it's just a good job by Jacob Martinez, and probably took it personal that Kaleb Denison said he was going to submit him.
Yeah.
Here we go. The streak starts now. We love keeping streaks of how many finishes can we get in a row? Can't start a streak without the first one, so Martinez kicking things off with the tap of Kaleb Denison. Dealt with it to start round 2. Survived that. And then the adjustments were made in the Martinez corner. This time when they got a hold of that triangle, that was it. Let's make things official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 14 seconds into the third and final round. Declaring your winner by technical submission due to a triangle, Jacob Martinez.
Congratulations to Jacob Martinez. He was looking for Michael Alexander, but Michael is not heading inside the cage today because of time constraints. We are going to keep moving through this. Meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Raymond Herrera to the blue corner.
All right, Raymond Herrera making his debut as an amateur, coming from a jiu-jitsu background. But he says he's not a jiu-jitsu fighter, he's not a wrestler, he's just damn good at it. And that's totally cool by me. He's going to be ready to throw hands, knees, whatever it takes. And I love that he's a full-time student, he's a full-time father, and the third thing is full-time crazy.
Yeah, and by his description that he has of himself, we're about to see some showtime here. He's talking about spinning kicks. He's talking about throwing hands. He's talking about a big knockout from a jiu-jitsu wrestler. I mean, those are bold statements, again, to come out in your debut and have that kind of confidence. I love it.
Heck yeah, me too. Fun fact, there's 24 fights tonight. There was only 3 weight misses, and none of them more than a pound. Perhaps one of the tightest weigh-ins we've ever had.
I'll tell you why. So Eric messaged all the fighters and said, if y'all bust weight, we're looking to get rid of some fights because we're so over. So they all made weight. Like, true story. He talked about it on the podcast.
I'm going to get on to Eric for that.
Yeah. All right, let's meet Raymond's opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Santiago Garcia.
Santiago Garcia making his way to the cage. Second time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage, coming off his debut loss back in May when he lost to Antonio Hernandez at FC 104. And the cool thing about this kid, and I literally mean kid, is the last time he fought, He graduated high school the day before and walked over. He cut weight in the morning, graduated high school, fought the next day.
That's awesome.
So this time he doesn't have the pressure of graduating.
Yeah, I don't think this kid reacts to pressure. He trains twice in the morning, goes to University of Houston now, trying to get his education. Just turned 18, so and I'm always happy to see young guys like that in there.
Yeah, you'll see here in our toe to tip. Yeah, you'll see here in our toe to tip. The biggest age difference of the night so far. Also a huge reach difference. Raymond Herrera is a long 5'10" player.
Yeah, you saw the height and the reach advantage going to the way of Raymond Herrera. On our tail of the tape, both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by TanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. Here is Raymond Herrera. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This thug Jiu-Jitsu fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 135 pounds. Fighting out of Tepatitlan, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Santiago Garcia. Your referee in charge, Brian Thompson.
All right, Brian Thompson inside. Blue gloves for Raymond. Red for Santiago. Raymond coming on strong.
Oh, man,
that big overhand right. Garcia with 1 clip on the counter.
And Herrera, he hit him. He stunned him. I'll tell you though, Herrera's really, really tense right now. He's going to need to relax a little bit if he doesn't get this finish.
Yeah, another big right hand.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it looks like he's still holding his breath, too. I think he's been holding his breath the entire time. He was coming out here for a quick knockout, and he told us he was going to do that. He's going to come out. He's going to do some Showtime stuff. Got to be careful about that, though. Santiago Garcia, very nice trip there, right down to his back and almost past that shield, right into half guard.
After Santiago Garcia's last fight, moments in there where he had a triangle locked in, just couldn't finish it. And we were, mostly y'all two were giving,
He shouldn't. Okay, he's reaping, which is fine, but it looks like he was trying to attack a heel hook, which is not fine.
Yeah.
Not allowed in the amateurs. He's got a nice, he lost the bite on the leg.
His last fight, Santiago, as he was trying to complete that triangle, he wasn't grabbing his shin, and y'all were saying it on the broadcast, and he told us, like, hey, I've learned from it, I'm practicing that. Ooh, eats a big knee, does Garcia. See if he gets a chance to show triangle finish if he ever gets there, but man, dealing with a lot of offense right now from Raymond.
We have guys say all the time they're going to come out banging. Herrod's actually doing it.
Yeah.
Accidental low blow. Beat him. The clinch. I think right on the cup.
And honestly, the best thing that happened to him, he could slow down a little bit.
Or the worst.
Yeah.
His adrenaline
Yeah.
settle in right about now.
Yeah, it's never a good thing to get hit in the cup, and the person receiving it, of course, doesn't like it, but rarely the person giving it, they rarely mean to do it. It's rarely done on purpose. This obviously is not done on purpose.
I think in all my time, I've only seen one cup check on purpose, and it was a Czech Congo fight back in the day.
Yeah.
The guy fouled him pretty bad. Oh,
Man.
Yeah, it was right down there.
Yeah, no question about that one.
Yeah. Cup replay. Check brought to you by Sheath Underwear.
This was an old UFC fight, more than 10 years ago. But a guy gets fouled, and he was pretty adamant about complaining about it, rightfully so. And they tie back up, and he knees him right in the cup, and then he gets his warning. It was pretty funny.
And how's this for a corner? Santiago Garcia, Josh Van, his corner. #1 contender.
New doctor on the scene.
Doctor's wearing his
lab coat.
Yeah, I was going to say he's wearing his actual medical coat. Just to let you know, he is a doctor. Love to see our guys that Waleed peers on and maybe make him a doctor's coat. Talking about some kind of sensation that's going down the right leg. Raymond.
Not exactly sure what that is, but Alex, if you want to kick Raheel in the cup, and just, let's see if it.
You got a cup on?
I always wear a cup on our broadcast. I don't trust Michael.
Yeah. Just rightfully so.
Yeah, just give me a check.
So there was a big
Santiago.
debate. Are we going to have swing bouts? I'm going to go with a yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a swing bout.
Because of this, because of the cup shot, we're gonna have swing bouts.
Yeah, that sensation that he's talking about. I've been hit in the area hard with no cups playing basketball, like really hard, and it feels like things just go numb.
Get you.
Yeah.
I've only had one cup check in my entire 15-fight-ish career. And it was a knee, stepping knee. And it wasn't great. Not great.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody who's like, you know what, I had a bunch of cup checks and they weren't so bad.
Not so bad.
All right, this fight is over. That is it. Doctor saying no go.
Is this a no contest, Alex?
Yeah.
It should be.
It should be. It's more than anything, it should certainly not be a DQ, as it was very clearly unintentional. It also should not be a TKO because he got fouled. You should not be penalized for getting fouled. Unless, like, you're clearly okay and then saying no, but I mean, yeah, he was able to. And then some jocks are weird. Like, there's those compression shorts that's like a pocket, and it makes for like a mousetrap style sling. But then you have old school jocks, that's what I wear, where everything can really stay super tight. I've seen some atrociously designed cup holders.
It was a fun fight up until that point. I mean, there were some big moments. Bing and Herrera came out and
Yeah, they were
looking for the finish.
They were banging for sure.
Big moments for Garcia as well.
Trip, yeah. Rarely do we see this.
All right, there it is. The shot that ended the fight. Wayne is standing by. Here's how it officially will go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cage side doctor calls for a stop to the action. 1 minute, 44 seconds into the very first round, ruling this contest a no decision.
All right, Raheel, the real question, does that count in the streak?
It's like, it counts.
Yeah.
The streak continues. We didn't get, as long as we don't get to the end of round 3, it counts in our streak, but it goes as a no decision on the records. Hopefully we get to run this one back on a future card. That was a fun fight for what we got, that minute plus. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Hunter Labarge to the blue corner.
All right, we've got another debut guy, Hunter Labarge, making his way out for the first time ever. Just to give you some behind-the-scenes production here on Fury FC. We get a chance to talk to the fighters. They'll give us some stuff. We'll get to know them. We'll research them. Hunter's making his debut, decides to give no information.
Nice. So one thing, he's from the Aronde Bros gym.
Yep.
They don't put out a ton of fighters. But the guys they do put out, they often are pretty high quality. Kind of cliche, but obviously on the ground. I'd be very curious to know Hunter's ground resume. I'll be able to ask his coach here in a second, maybe what belt he is. But I mean, Damian Aronde, we've seen him pull off some of the craziest submissions in this Fury cage. His brother, Austin Aronde, on UFC BJJ1. I mean, a tremendously decorated black belt himself. You know, the family is just, they're martial artists through and through. They're tremendous role models, coaches, just, you know, any one of their students, just at least coming in prepared with a strong skill set behind them.
Hunter is 6'2" and a featherweight. This is going to be fun. He looks like the third or fourth Aronde brother. No, there's more out there. All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Steven Barrera.
Steven Barrera, second time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. It's been a while since we've seen him. Last time out was back at Fury FC 87 in March of 2024.
Yeah, lost by guillotine to Malik Whitmore, Whitmore, but you know, that's a long time ago when in terms of fighting. A year of training, Alex. How much knowledge can you get in a year of training, especially as a debut or a second fight amateur?
Yeah, and I remember Barrera's debut. That was a dog fight, and it was in the third round when he got finished. I mean, he got a ton of experience. He was super competitive. We see Barrera dropping down a weight class and looking at him. He looks like he's in incredible shape. You know, he took his time, really prepared, increased the skill set, and I think we're going to a really good match of young, hungry, skilled amateurs coming up.
This is also another fight with the 10-plus year gap. That is crazy. 34-year-old Steven Barrera, short on the height, short on the reach, but he is inside, ready to go against Hunter Labarge. Let's get our introductions. Here's Wayne.
The following contest, brought to you by the Cock of the Walk, Warbringer Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 144.4 pounds. Fighting out of Groves, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. This is Hunter Labarge. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he seeks his first win as an amateur. Here is Steven Barrera. Your referee in charge of the action, Ramsey Ishak.
Man, 6'2" at 145 is outrageously tall.
Yeah, coming from Aronde's camp, those long limbs and probably a decent jiu-jitsu game, that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this one.
Strike is looking good, though.
Man, that was a powerful kick. What's going to happen when Hunter gets his guard? What kind of offense can we see with those long legs?
He may be able to wrap around him twice.
He seems pretty content to strike. Showing good fundamentals offensively with straight punches. Just start checking kicks. It's a nice little right hook. Herrera tries to enter in. Oh, that's a third good low kick now. Gonna have to address those.
Yeah, it looks like that's how Barrera is deciding to deal with that reach, with those low leg kicks.
Barrera's also landed some good punches.
Oh, man, Barrera loading up.
There. Straight right hand there. Hunter. Great fight so far.
It's a body kick there. Large.
Oh. Right on the chin with that left hook. Yes.
Oh, man.
Right hand. Hunter though eats it. Comes forward.
That's the difference right now. Hunter is throwing to establish his reach, to establish some pace. Steven is throwing to finish this fight right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nice left hook there from her.
And Hunter is continuing to move forward. He's taking a shot. His next step is forward. Not on that one. Back one step for that one, but.
Oh, nice
man.
left hook there. This guy's just going, man.
we go.
He's trying to stop him and more, tries for a low kick of his own. Shakes it off.
Five seconds left in this fight. Big right there from Barrera.
After a strong inside kick. Constant effort there, Barrera.
Seconds left in the round.
Exchange with hands. Oof. He's hitting it right there. Oh, man. I can't tell if that one was checked or if that one was hard.
Yeah, Hunter's standing a little tall when he's throwing his punches.
Especially a nice right hand.
Oh, man. What a first round.
Wow. Those guys just stood and boxed the entire time. There was not more than 2 seconds between punches.
That was 3 minutes of non-stop action. How do y'all score that round?
Man, I think Barrera might have caused more damage. I mean, he landed the heavier punches, I think. Maybe not the heaviest punch, but he landed heavier punches, although it looked like Hunter Labarge may have staggered Barrera there.
Yeah.
2/3 of the way through the round. But, man, Barrera was just landing a lot of shots. But I mean, Hunter just kept moving forward, so.
See, the boxing seemed pretty even. Barrera did have that low kick advantage, but Hunter had the pressure advantage. Honestly, that's anyone's round.
Yeah, that's a 10-10 round.
That was awesome. I actually don't think they're allowed to give those. I know if like a weird foul happens really early and nothing's happened, they can do that. And that's
really?
the judges' scorecards.
Huh.
I think that's like the only scenario.
That is as close of a round as I can.
Yeah, I bet you their punch stat numbers are almost identical.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Barrera's coming.
Oh, man, that's
look
3
at
right
this.
hands in a row. Barrera, though, just making it ugly.
Yeah, Barrera is fighting with some bad intentions there, you can tell. Trying to land that big overhand right. That's a lot of shorter fighters will do. That rear hand, whatever hand is the rear hand for them. Barrera's case, a right hand. They'll throw that jab out there. They'll close the distance, try to throw that big overhand right to land on that.
Barrera's cut pretty bad on that left eye.
Oh, man, just ate another one to Barrera.
I don't think anyone told these guys they're not getting paid for this.
Yeah, oh.
No, this is an excellent fight.
And what a debut for Hunter and a second fight for Steven Barrera. And what a great experience this is going to be for both guys, no matter who the winner is. This is the kind of fight you need.
By the way, there is a sponsorship up for grabs for amateurs. Fury Unleashed podcast, and now Barrera with an onslaught. Hunter taking it, shelled up, coming back.
Yeah, 2 of those 4 right hands early on from Hunter cut Barrera's, one on his eyebrow, one on his cheek on that left side.
Oh, man.
But if anything, it's making Barrera throw harder.
And Barrera's upset about that.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, Barrera.
Hunter looks like he may be running out of gas here.
Minute 10 left in this round.
I have no idea how he's just now running out of gas, but no such luck for Barrera. The street yard bully fight
it's just
right here.
Bully headlock there. That might have been a mistake there, closing that distance, because he had Labarge stunned. He's going to have to deal with this.
Yeah, this is one of those weird fights where it looks like Barrera's getting beat up really bad, but he's the one actually landing the better shots prior to this tie-up.
30 seconds left. It's Barrera for the last minute or so with a huge flurry of punches, good offense. Dealing with Hunter on his back against the cage.
think Hunter's just kind of making him carry his weight, trying to wear him down a little bit here, maybe get this round over with.
Curious how bad that cut is. I think it's just right above his eyelid, which is not a great spot. He definitely has a cut on the cheek as well.
Our cut man, Lencho, in there. See if he can work his magic.
Okay, it's on the bottom of his brow. That's not that bad. Better than eyelid, at least. Man, what a crazy round. That first minute was even crazier than round one.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh.
And it's just the long reach of Labarge against the just furious pace of Steven Barrera. And Barrera was starting to win a lot of those exchanges before they tied up.
I think that's Corey Flores in the corner. I could be wrong, but yeah, it sure is. He's fought in this 3 cages in amateur. He's got super crafty striking. He's in the corner. He obviously works with Hunter. That explains Hunter's strong striking acumen here in this fight. Oh man, they really got that cut cleaned up well. Good job on the cut man. Barrera's face looks great. These amateurs appreciate they got, oh man, they're checking that cut out.
Here comes the doc.
So thankfully we also have a veteran doctor here. Works Fury shows a ton of times.
Yep, no lab coat necessary for this one.
They got that thing to stop bleeding. It's not affecting his vision.
It's a good cut though.
It's a good cut, for sure. I think he's going to tell that if it gets worse, I can stop it. I would imagine they'll let him continue.
I just need to recheck.
Okay. Do that? Okay.
Thumbs up is usually a good sign.
Thumbs up. Go back to the locker room. All right, here we go. All good. Got our usual doctor back in there.
It'll be interesting to hear what he told him and how that affects Barrera, because if he told him, hey, if it gets any worse, you got to wonder how that's going to affect Barrera's game plan here in the 3rd round.
Oh, man. Barrera's game plan is, let's just end this. Let's not let it get any worse. Let me see if I can finish this fight.
Yeah, Barrera may be saying me or you now.
Remember this fight for our awards at the end of the year. Our best amateur fights we've ever seen.
It's also fun to see how Barrera is closing that huge reach disadvantage. He is just crashing inside, going for it. Look at that.
Oh,
wow.
Big right hand there from Barrera.
Oh, nice step back.
Man.
Man, what a debut for Hunter Labarge to have to be in this dogfight right here.
So impressed with this 34-year-old Steven Barrera.
Definitely
Oh,
big right hand.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Hunter Labarge!
Drops him. It's under the chin. If he can figure 4 it, he can pull his right hand out and figure 4 it.
That is such a long arm. This is going to be it. And there is the
that's
tap.
it.
What a crazy fight.
Wow.
And a crazy finish.
That was an awesome fight. Round of applause for both of these fighters for leaving it inside the cage. But it was the 24-year-old Hunter Labarge in his debut, finding that one punch that dropped Steven Barrera, and those long stretch arms, strong arms got under the neck. No hooks needed, and that was it.
And it was that right uppercut. What a crazy fight.
Bang!
Left hook and then watch bang. Right on the chin. Wild.
Yeah, once he had him down, got that long arm around the neck. Wasn't quite in the position to do it, but once he got in the position and locked that gate up, and really difficult to get out in the 3rd round. I thought maybe they'd be too slippery for him to be able to get it without both hooks in, but
Michael, that arm was so long, sorry.
Yeah.
It literally, like, he was connecting it to the back. It was pretty wild. I want to see that choke.
Yeah, that's a reach like that. I mean, long legs, long arms like that. Sometimes they can be a disadvantage. You can leave too much space, but not the case here. Able to finish Barrera.
All right, let's make it official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ramsey Ishak calls for a stop to the action. 1 minute, 38 seconds into the third and final round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Hunter Labarge.
Congratulations to Hunter Labarge. Man, a 6'2" featherweight. Woo! Things are going to get interesting in the featherweight division here at Fury Amateur Series. Final pictures there for Hunter Labarge and his team. With that, we meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Doug McFarland to the blue corner.
All right, Doug McFarland, spotless 3-0 record. First time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Has fought a lot already, but it's been a while since he has fought. Started his career with 3-0, has won a belt in a different promotion, but hasn't fought since May of last year.
Yeah, fought MMA in May of last year, fought a kickboxing fight in November, but, you know, just constantly sharpening his skills, and I don't think a little bit of time off affects him as much at only 24 years old, Alex.
Yeah, and I know he was doing some cross training with that Odyssey, but I got some rounds in with him at War. He's a fun guy to work with. He's tall, he strikes well, he grapples well. He's crafty. Honestly, he kind of fights like a pro, uses a lot of clinch work, uses a lot of knees, but it was cool to see this matchup as his opponent. You know, 3-1 versus 3-0. It's going to be a really fun, really high-level match. I'd be surprised if it goes the distance.
Don't want to jinx the streak, but 3 fights, 3 finishes. Although the second one, not truly a finish. But we're
that was a
counting
plant.
it. Yeah, we're counting it.
Great fight so far, too.
Yeah, that last amateur fight, you're right, Alex. We're going to have to remember that one when it comes awards time in a couple of months. They ask us what our favorite fights are. I don't think they count our votes, but they ask us what they are. That might be one of them so far.
To be fair, we call a lot of fights.
Yeah.
So for us to remember your fights is a big deal, man. And I will remember that one. Hunter Labarge, Steven Barrera was awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, Doug McFarland is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Miguel Ochoa to the red corner.
All right. Miguel Ochoa has become one of our favorites because of his cool, calm demeanor and same facial expression throughout the entire fight. Like, this dude is just there for battle.
Yeah, I mean, at 3-1, his only loss is by triangle choke to Stephen Ewald, who we've seen go on and as just a robot Terminator in the past. But won a decision in his actual last fight, which is in April this year, which was a Muay Thai fight. So again, both guys going outside the MMA cage, doing some striking competition, and here they are facing off, 3-1 versus 3-0.
Yeah, and that title fight where he fought Ewald was at 205. He's dropped down to his native weight class, at Ochoa, here at 185 in the middleweights. And man, and what a tall order back in the cage.
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3", Ochoa with the height advantage, but Doug McFarland with the reach advantage, 3 inches. The 24-year-old Doug McFarland. A lot of excitement for this young fighter. Has a very tough task ahead of him. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series middleweight division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds a perfect amateur record of 3 wins, no losses. This is Doug Smoke McFarland. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 184.8 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 3 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Miguel Ochoa. Your referee in charge, Ryan Thompson.
All right, here we go. Miguel Ochoa taking on Doug McFarland. Ochoa, red gloves, red trunks. McFarland, blue and blue. There it is. Ochoa will just move forward non-stop, and he has been working on his hands.
Yeah, Ochoa, a ton of pressure early on. Nice high crotch. That's why they call it the high C. Really good lift.
Yeah, gets Ochoa to the mat, falls right down into half guard. So he's trying to wiggle Ochoa over up against the cage. Got a nice crossface with his right arm. He's going to have to pull up a little bit and make some distance there if he wants to do some damage from this position. Just like that.
McFarland started his amateur career, 2 finishes. Last fight went the distance. He has it in his bag. Ochoa tends to go the distance. He's always looking for the finishes, but hasn't been as consistent with it.
McFarland doing a good job of using his head there. If he would not have used his head and he wouldn't have tried that, I think Ochoa would have been able to stand up. McFarland from top position. Very comfortable in that half guard. Every time Ochoa gets up, McFarland switches to making sure that this fight stays in this position.
Good punches there from Doug.
Again, good pressure from the head. See, as Ochoa gets up, McFarland will switch his focus to the legs. Got those long arms.
Trying to get his head behind him. Yep, there it is. Full back exposure now to McFarland.
Miguel trying to get turned around. McFarland putting a lot of pressure on him up against the cage. Wear Ochoa down. 19 seconds left here in the first round. Started out kind of wild. He's got to be careful here. Does McFarland. Gets his hands together and is able to pull guard.
Not enough time.
Man, interesting first round. A lot of control, a lot of strength there by McFarland.
Yeah, you got to make sure that all that physical output's worth it. Didn't do a ton of damage, didn't really get to a strong position. Did score this really nice high C, but they were mostly kind of in jockeying for position the rest of that round.
Yeah, and I think because of that, I think that's a McFarland first round.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You know, no big punches, no damaging punches landed. Kind of a jockey for, ground position. McFarland wanted to keep this on the ground and stay on top, of course, and Ochoa trying to get some distance there and trying to strike with him. McFarland continually closing the distance and making Ochoa carry his weight. So maybe that's part of the game plan, try to wear him down, but I haven't seen many people wear Miguel Ochoa down.
And that's where he likes to go. He's comfortable going deep in these fights. Love that aerial shot. Can we give a shout out to all of our Fury sponsors? Look at that full packed canvas. Love seeing that. New sponsor, Ways to Well. Ooh, there.
Oh, big knee.
Oh, man.
Man, Ochoa's just not giving McFarland the space he wants to strike. Guys make this cage look small.
Yeah, I don't know how well it shows on TV at home, but these are two big men. Weighed in at 185. Both guys made weight, but I mean, both guys are over 200 pounds, I would imagine, at this point.
Yeah, 6'2" versus 6'3".
Yeah, these are big guys. We've said it before, these middleweights are the scariest humans on the planet, even amateur ones.
Yeah, we got some middleweights coming up, still on the prelims, but as pros, that A.J. Hodgkins versus Nash, Marcus Nash. That's a crazy fight.
Yeah.
It really is.
That one more probably not going to be on this broadcast, just looking at the time, but man, make sure you subscribe. Oh!
And on a straight ankle lock. He's got a good bite on it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Never mind. Man, dropping to your back for a straight ankle halfway through the round. I'll tell you, man, Ochoa made a big mistake there. He had McFarland's back in the cage. Ochoa actually threw a body kick from way too close.
Wow, look at these punches. Ochoa's enjoying them.
Yeah, Ochoa's got to be careful, though.
Oh, don't get into a gunfight from 50-50.
Yeah,
he looks allowed. Nothing's going to happen here.
See, why can't the IBJJF take on this rule? 50-50, you can throw punches.
Hey, McFarland with a really, really nice, I suppose, sweep to top side control.
Whatever it was, very crafty, and he's in the position he wants to be in now.
Yep.
Even though he was successful, probably throwing punches from 50-50 is not the best place you want to be. See McFarland wanting Ochoa to give his back. Try to get that.
Trying to peel him back there, and oh, that right arm is a cross. Good hand play. Figure four locked in. 25 seconds to work with. He's going to have to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time to work here.
Yeah, and this figure four is going to be extremely difficult to escape.
10 seconds left. Right arm playing around, but the left arm is tied up right now. Tough to get that choke in. Here we go. Round three coming up.
And I think that's another McFarland round. I think the most damage he did was those punches from 50-50 and then finished the round on his back with a figure four body lock. And I think that's another McFarland round. Although Ochoa did land a little bit in this round. He had some nice moments.
Man, he caught that kick and dropped it. I'll tell you, dropping on a straight ankle lock is risky. But then doesn't really pay the price for it. From 50-50 lands these big punches and then gets a sweep and gets the top side control.
Yeah, and then this is how the round ended. And, McFarland, according to my eyes, is up 2 rounds to none right now. So Ochoa needing to come out and get a finish here, in my eyes, to win this fight. And you can bet that he's probably going to be doing exactly that. Looking for some distance, throwing some big punches. Hasn't had a ton of success on the ground against McFarland so far. McFarland forgot his mouthpiece. I'm not saying it was on purpose, but...
No, he had to get something out of there.
Oh, probably a hair.
He put it in and there was something in there. Yeah, one of Ochoa's hairs for sure. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he asked him to clean it out real quick. It was interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Slips. Make sure to let everyone know. Oh, nice. This is what we wanted to see.
Yeah, Ochoa fighting for his life here. McFarland wanting to tie this up, want to slow this pace down a little bit.
unofficially up 2 rounds. You can be the smarter fighter with that advantage.
Yeah, not that he doesn't want to finish it. He just wants to finish it in a way that's, safe enough where he's not taking a lot of risk. He wants to take it to the ground, it looks like, and if he's going to finish this fight, he does not want to get in a firefight with Miguel Ochoa. Let's take this to the ground and see if his ground game can finish it from here. But if not, definitely take control of this match or this round. Yeah, and Ochoa needs to sell out here, Alex, to get back up. And
yeah, McFarland's almost in full mount.
There he goes, full mount now. Worst case scenario for Miguel Ochoa. Gonna have to give his back here.
If he wants, you want to circle his legs away from the cage, try to put the back of his head on it so he can't wall walk and try to kick off. And I had an arm choke.
He's gonna get his elbow to the other side of his head, but he's doing the right thing. Get that elbow above the elevation of the shoulder, becomes significantly weaker. Ochoa needs to sell out to get up from the bottom. He does not need to worry about punches. He's got to sell out to get up and get back to his feet. He's got a minute left, round 3. McFarland's got to be careful. He's got him work a little bit. They will stand him back up. Like McFarland's trying to mother's milk there, trying to smother Ochoa. Miguel with 20 seconds trying to get back up, gives up his back. McFarland does a good job of transitioning there.
10 seconds.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was all McFarland in that round. Look, you want the finish? Yeah, you want the finish, and you want to get that moment, and you can try from a safer position. It wasn't there, but he did attempt multiple times. Young did. Man, that was a fun start to that round, because Miguel knew, I got to go for it.
Yeah, and I think you're better off pacing that at first. I think he got a little overzealous. He overpunched a little bit. McFarland was able to get under and close the distance and get this back to the ground. He needed the distance. He had to keep that distance. He had to stay in the center of the cage. Just wasn't able to do that in that last round. Came out firing, though, and good exchanges there. Landed a couple of punches, but just had to have more from him. I think this is going to be a pretty clear decision for Doug McFarland. Going to 4-0 now.
Still have 4 more amateur fights coming your way, including the title fight. Marcelo Aosta Ruiz, 4-1, taking on Shawn Tilman, 5-1.
Stay tuned, though. That one may happen at 10 p.m.
I know. I think we'll get all the Amis in for sure. After that, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
It is. We have to go live at 4:30 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass. So we try to get as many of these fights as we can, but I would highly anticipate some swing bouts here. And what that means is after our UFC Fight Pass broadcast, we'll jump back on right here on the Fury Facebook and YouTube pages and get you the rest of those fights.
Yeah, and they will be happening live. They're not recorded. They're not anything. They're not going simultaneously with UFC Fight Pass. That's weird proclamations about what we do with those swing bouts. Like, do y'all already know if they won on the swing bouts? But they are live. Here we go.
All right. Let's get our decision. Let's see how the judges scored it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com. All three judges score the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Doug Smoke McFarland.
Congratulations to Doug McFarland, keeping that record spotless, going to 4-0. And with that, we'll meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Jesus Gorostieta to the blue corner.
All right, I am so pumped for these debuts because once again, we have that 10-year gap. Jesus, the 17-year-old, he is a senior right now in high school. Used to play football, he wants to be a chef, and he just wants this win. A 17-year-old stepping in, getting the parents' signature.
Yeah, the parents' signature, and undoubtedly has some classmates here on a Sunday afternoon. Fighting in a cage at 17 years old. A lot like you, Alex. You were in the same spot.
Yeah, very, very foolish. No, I'm just kidding. It was a ton of fun. I did it a bunch more, and I hope to do it a bunch more even in the future. But yeah, I mean, again, what a crazy card to be on. You know, perhaps not now, but one day he'll look back on this card, look at some of the pros on the main card, and be like, oh wow. You know, Fury really is, in my opinion, like number 2 in the U.S. behind the UFC. In terms of the roster and competition, I mean, it's wild here. And to be 17-year-old making debut as an amateur, like that's something special here. I hope he appreciates it when he's a bit older.
He's going to look back. He's like, I fought on the same card as Cameron Graves, who, if he gets this win tonight, I mean, what else can you show the UFC, right? Like, he should get a shot. Abdulaziz Datsalayev, that's another name you circle and you go, wow, this kid is going to be in the UFC soon. But man, what a moment for a 17-year-old. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Rodney Spears to the red corner.
Okay, Rodney Spears coming out to the WWE intro. That's Edge, one of my favorite wrestlers. Shout out to him. Also making his debut, so 2 debut guys throwing down Rodney Spears. He's just excited to put on a show for his family and friends. Served in the Army, so thank you for your service.
Yeah, what a difference in life experience here. A senior in high school versus someone who's already served in the Army.
And as a career, as a video editor and a videographer, that right there, yeah.
We need to talk to him after this fight. We may have a job for him.
Sam, add him to your team. Come on.
Yeah, Sam, you need a fighter on your team.
Talking about, you know, the prestige of this card, I couldn't tell you who the main event was when I fought when I was 17, and it was in a bar in Shenanigans in Huntsville, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Shenanigans still open?
I don't know.
I doubt it is.
My MMA debut was at Cowboys in San Antonio.
That's still there.
That's cool, yeah.
Our Tail of the Tape brought to you by Space City Collective for all of your hype gear and shoes. Check them out at the Pearland Town Center. See that height advantage, reach advantage for the 29-year-old Rodney Spears. This is a full-grown man taking on very game high schooler.
This would be illegal anywhere else.
Yes. This is how you end up on X or on Twitter.
Yeah.
Those highlights.
Yeah, this is how you end up on the World League channel or whatever it is.
All right, let's get our introduction.
The following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Lightweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 155.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. Here is Jesus Gorostieta. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 154.8 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana, today he too makes his amateur debut. This is Rodney Spears. Your referee in charge of the action, Ramsey Ishak.
All right, Rodney Spears, the sniper. First fight, already has a nickname.
I'll tell you, those guys from John's gym, they have a slickster striking style. They fight really well at range. That off the center line. Oh, nice high kick there from the youngster.
Zeus Gorostieta.
Single leg. Jesus.
Pretty obvious game plan here for Jesus Gorostieta. I'm gonna have a hard time with that one.
A lot of tough names today.
Yeah. And it looks like we've got a quite a big senior class here. As Jesus was coming out. A lot of yelling. Didn't sound like they had deep voices yet. So a lot of high school kids here.
They were all away from the bar as well.
Yeah, they were all in a distance. They're all upstairs. See a lot of selfies going on while their buddies fighting. So we love it. Glad these guys come out and support their fighter.
I wonder if any of his teachers are here.
That would be awesome.
Cool things. The teachers find out what their students do off time, and they'll come support them.
Yeah, they will. Or they'll just judge their parents for letting them do it.
Yeah.
One or the other.
One of my longtime students, Steve Winchester, shout out, is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he and I go to plenty of medal shows together, and he teaches 7th grade math.
Oh, wow.
Coolest teacher to ever exist.
That is awesome.
When I was a kid, if you saw one of your teachers out in town, it was like seeing a ghost.
All right, a break up there. We're back into the center. Not enough action going on. And now we're opening it up a little bit.
Both guys landed really good lead strikes there. High kick there from Jesus.
He's just looking like he wants that highlight reel knockout here.
It's funny. Spears landed a stiff jab right on the nose of Jesus, and you see Jesus, he kept touching his nose to see if it was bleeding or not. Such a strange inherent reaction. You get cracked in the nose. You want to know what it feels like. Not what the punch feels like, what your nose feels like to make sure it's not broken. And you see guys all the time, they get cracked in the nose and they just can't stop touching it.
I wonder if this is going to be something they change up in the game plan in the corner, because Jesus Gorostieta had a really good bite on that shot there. Hands connected, tried the lift, and just couldn't do anything. Spears, very strong, the 29-year-old. It's a man strength here now.
Interesting first round. Jesus landing some nice shots. Rodney landing a few shots of his own. But kind of the story of the first round is just the pressure up against the cage. Jesus kind of putting pressure there. You can see he wants us to go to the ground, but Rodney doing a good job of continuously fighting that, getting this to the ground. I think you're right, Raheel. I think Jesus may have a little bit, we may see a little bit different game plan coming out. Got to set those up, and if he wants to get them down, looks like the cage is not the place to have him. Got to shoot that from the center of the cage, have some distance there, close that distance very quick, and get it on those legs early. Looks like once he gets up against the cage, Rodney Spears has got it figured out.
All right, round two. Mouthpiece check, everything is good. High schooler inside against Rodney, Spears.
Rodney a little reluctant to get in the pocket, it looks like. It looks like he is a little bit afraid of that takedown.
Yeah, being super measured.
Kick there, followed up by a punch for the sniper.
Doing a good job of setting up his punches and kicks. Jesus really reaching, trying to get that. There he goes up against the cage again. Let's see what if they change his game plan here. You know, maybe going down to a single leg and running the pipe and getting him to the center is, or closer, maybe off the cage is the way to go. Or this way, get in there and get that trip, kind of throw him over that inside leg.
Yeah, doing it from just the underhook. Like if you want to go for single, you got to connect your hands, get that leg up high off the ground, and then really lift off balance. The fact that he can't really get that leg off the mat is a pretty strong sign that this takedown will not be. Notice that left leg of Spears. It's just keeping it grounded.
Yeah, even when Jesus grabs the leg with his leg, he's still able to put his foot on the ground. Jesus kind of wanted to pull guard, but his head was a little too far in. I had the right idea.
Rodney Spears has minute to work with this.
He reversed position. The angle though. Leg up high now. Back to the ground. Connect his hands. He tries to scoop him off the cage. Usually guys will use single legs to close the distance and chain off to a double leg.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now, attacking the same leg.
Double foul. 12-6 elbow,
yep.
And then attacking the spine. And no, they don't cancel out.
And he was actually warned about that before this round started.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Take a look at that 12-6 elbow, not allowed. Right into the spine.
What's funny is they say if you put like a 1-degree curve on it, it's not illegal. That curve, the fist, the elbow, little recreation of position there. Honestly, I think everyone would have benefited from these guys resetting a range.
Yeah, that would have been
That's
better.
okay.
Recreation of position, also cool band name. That would be. All right, not much action in this round. Just say what it is. That was.
Yeah, I mean, a single leg failed for 2 minutes. No fun all around.
Yeah.
Striking's been good though. I mean, both guys.
Yeah.
Striking. He's got the big open stance high kick. Spears with the straight punches.
Yeah, the biggest strike there in the second round was the downward elbow to the spine. So, and it stopped the action for just a little bit. They're explaining to him over there that you cannot do that.
Still to come on this prelims broadcast. Houston Marza back in action. Taking on Damian Herrera. 3 more amateur fights for you before we start the pro prelims. See how many we can get through before we head to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as Cameron Graves, one of the most decorated Fury fighters of all time, defending his title against Matheus Silva in our main event, the 145 strap on the line.
Really close fight here so far. Been the pressure. Jesus Rusquieta.
Youngster opening it up a little bit more. Spears with a return kick. Oh, big knee there. Up against the cage we go again, where the youngster is hoping he can complete this, maybe get it to the ground. Hasn't been able to in the first 2 rounds. He has tried everything. Here's his corner, pleading with the referee that Jesus is just stalling. He can't do anything. There you go. If you're Jesus, you start mixing in some of those punches, start mixing up the offense here. It's much better than just trying and trying to get this to the ground. Rodney Spears, the Army veteran, inside the cage for the first time, along with the high schooler, Jesus Garcia. Oh, now we're getting some offense.
We were talking about Shenanigans establishment over in Huntsville, Texas. They are still operating.
Okay, Shenanigans. That's where we're going to go after this card when we finish at 11 p.m. Oh!
All right. If we don't see one finish the takedown, it'll be all for nothing. It'll be all in vain.
And you gotta wonder how the judges are scoring this one. Are they giving Jesus credit for the pressure, for the attempts?
Yeah. So I was talking to a judge once, and they said if you stuff takedowns, you don't score for defending. And they say so, like if the guys are shooting. Oh, nice. All right. It wasn't in vain.
All right. The back touch, the mat.
Hey, man.
We're counting it.
If that's a tournament, he gets an advantage for that. And not really a point, but it's kind of like a
point. It took 3 rounds. We got there.
Yeah, and that's what we were kind of saying is like off the cage, into the center of the cage, you're a lot more likely to get that takedown. And with 2 seconds left, there we go. That's the highlight of the fight.
It really was.
Yeah, I mean, very evenly matched.
That's the way the card goes sometimes, right? You could have the potential amateur fight of the year in Hunter Labarge taking on Steven Barrera. And then you get 2 debut guys in Jesus Garcia and Rodney Spears who are they're debuting and they're figuring things out. Yeah, you know, that's part of it.
Yeah, this Jesus, we're looking forward to seeing him again. Get some of those things figured out. Stay in school, kid. Make sure you graduate. You got a little bit of time left. And to Rodney, look forward to seeing him in here again. And you know, it looks like if Jesus could get this in the grappling, in the on the ground, that's where he wanted it. And Rodney was cool just staying and trading. Let's see who they gave this to.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Space City Collective. Judge John Cave scores the fight 30-27, Gorosquieta. Judge Anthony Moss scores the fight 29-28, Spears. And Judge Chance Williams scores the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision, Jesus Gorostieta.
All right, congratulations to the 17-year-old picking up his first win as an amateur. That crowd that he brought, they were absolutely happy, which is great. Love it. Hopefully they can all stay for the rest of this card. They don't have a bedtime coming up.
Got to finish their homework.
Yeah, you got to. All right, let's go and meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Brian Gutierrez to the blue corner.
All right, let's get some flyweights inside. Brian Gutierrez, third time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. 1-1 record here. Overall, 1-2 on a one-fight losing streak right now.
Yeah, he won a split decision in his last fight versus Tyson Nichols. So, you know, got his first win under his belt. Wanted to get in here as quickly as possible. Fought back in June. Now here it is. First week of September and going at it again.
Brian Gutierrez. I love that quick turnaround. Going from FC 105 in June, just a few months ago.
Yeah.
Stay on that schedule. Try to get as many as you can, especially as an amateur. And as a 21-year-old, you can stay active,
Yeah, the faster you can get to those fights making money, I think the better off you are. You got to be ready, but once you get to that stage, you know, you want to start making money at this as fast as you can.
Final checkups here for Brian Gutierrez. I apologize, Michael, you had it correct. It was he is on a one-fight win streak. I said losing streak, so my bad, Brian. Don't send me a message on Instagram, please. Mistake. All right, let's
I
meet
glazed right over that. I didn't even notice.
Please welcome Augustine Ramirez to the red corner.
Augustine Ramirez, fourth time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. And even though he just fought in April at Fury Amateur Series 57, he had taken a 3-year break due to an injury. So he is just now getting back into it. It's almost like a refresh in his career.
Yeah, won his last fight, but started out with 2 losses. But in his debut, took on Michael White. So, you know, we talk about it a lot about you never know whenever you're running into the next John Jones. I'm not saying Michael White is, but that's a pretty hard debut.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, Augustine's got a pretty strong wrestling background. He used it a lot in his last fight. And it's funny, I know his opponent, Brian Gutierrez, is a Muay Thai guy, so I think it's pretty classic striker versus grappler in this contest.
We look at our tail of the tape brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast. Height advantage going to Brian Gutierrez, the 21-year-old, even on the reach. Both fighters did make weight in this flyweight division showdown. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast, available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, is scheduled for 3 rounds of the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in at 123 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he seeks his second win as an amateur. Here is Brian El Gallo Negro Gutierrez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he too seeks receives his second amateur win. Here is Augustine, the Lone Star Samurai Ramirez. Your referee in charge, Ryan Thompson.
All right, here we go. Brian Gutierrez taking on Augustine Ramirez. Gutierrez blue gloves, Ramirez red.
Alex, I love the evolution of the flyweight class. Ever since, I remember a long time ago, Dana saying that, man, that class needs to go away. And then shortly after that, Mighty Mouse just started tearing things up in there. And then, you know, since that, and we have seen some big knockout power from 125ers. You know, of course, we've seen Josh Van coming up as the #1 contender.
That last Fury main event, Orozco versus Janino, was a crazy fight.
Man, that Dallas card was fun.
Man. Had so many people comment about that Dallas card and about that fight in particular.
Y'all called Submission Hunter Pro the next night.
Yeah, Alex and I sounded like we had smoked 20 packs of cigarettes for a couple days, but I promise we didn't.
And we get the rare break here as a broadcast crew for us three. Well, you're going to be working some events as well, Alex, but we're not back in action until October 17th.
Yeah, Friday show in San Antonio.
More than a month.
Yeah, Fury FC 110 at the Boeing Tech Port, which is an unbelievable venue.
It is. Yeah, in Houston, late September, we have an all-amateur card. It's fun. There's a lot of titles on the line.
That one is coming up September 18th.
Right hand! Strong recovery, though, from Ramirez. Autopilot just wrestles up.
Oh, man.
Takedown in on a Darce, though.
Oh, man. Very crafty there from Brian Gutierrez.
Gutierrez was just loaded. I mean, the entire fight was just one explosive step away. Dynamite in the hands of the youngster. Oh, man, big high kick off the guard.
Mr. Ramirez, pretty good recovery there.
Yeah, he's stalking him down like he's got something to prove. Knockdown was so fast. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's how you start a round and finish a round.
Wow. Woo. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, Alex. When I see 125ers on the card now, I'm so excited because, man, it's not a pitter-pat, you know, competition anymore now. Man, these 125ers are coming with some bombs. I love seeing knockouts from these smaller guys, man. Big knockdown there. Wasn't able to finish it because Augustine Ramirez had an unbelievable recovery in that because he was back of the head to the back of the mat, Alex.
Yeah, it was a 5-hit combination from Gutierrez that got the knockdown. It was a low kick and then a left hook and then a right hook that dropped him and then 2 more follow-up hooks that missed.
Yeah, so far the boxing-heavy style of Augustine Ramirez versus the kickboxer style of Brian Gutierrez. Brian throwing some nice kicks that were blocked, but still were effective.
Bringing the doctor in to check out something. I did notice there was some blood on the right ear of Ramirez.
Right ear?
Curious. Eruption. Yeah.
Take a look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just a scratch.
Oh, Okay, yeah, it looks like Dodson.
By the way, the Fury Amateur Series 58 card is on September 28th. It said September 18th. September 28th. September 18th would be a Thursday, so just keep that note.
You be here early, Raheel, for that September 18th show. I don't know what happens here on Thursday, but
you want to be here on a Thursday night at Imagine Venues.
All I know is there's a lot of confetti still falling on us when we get here in the mornings.
Notice Gutierrez, he's just got that right hand coiled up. Bounces just out of range.
Ramirez walking down Gutierrez.
I think Ramirez is putting a little pressure on himself. He's got to get this round back. Knows he's got to win this round. Speeding up the pace just a little bit. Also trying to pick his shots. They tried that step-in elbow there. Gutierrez is just not letting him get close. As soon as he gets in that pocket, he's firing. Nice jab there from Ramirez. This guy's showing some good skills in here.
Oh, man. That could have been bad right there. Oh.
Terry's doing a great job picking his shots. He's landing well. He's starting to land also. Doesn't seem to have the pop on it that Gutierrez has. A little slip there. Seconds left in the second round. He's just got to do something to finish this round, to maybe put a stamp on it. Very close round so far.
Hey, that was cool.
Man, what a high-level fight between these two amateurs.
Yeah, nice second round for both guys, but man, I think Gutierrez obviously won the first round with that knockdown and those heavy shots. But I think Gutierrez may have won that second round also. Ramirez has got to come out in this third round with the assumption that he lost both those rounds and has got to be going, put some pressure on. I'm sure that's exactly what Bob Perez is telling him right now.
Been a fun night of fights already. We still have Houston Marza taking on Damian Herrera, which is coming up next. And then, of course, the title fight. Fury Amateur Series 155 title. Marcelo Aosta Ruiz taking on Shawn Tilman. If that wasn't enough, we have 2 pro cards for you. We've got our main card and then our pro prelims, which has 7 pro fights.
Gutierrez with a leg kick, snapped right up to a head kick.
Oh, it was a good left hand.
Ooh. The timing of those knees from Gutierrez is right on.
Gutierrez is now starting to feel him throwing that left a little bit more.
Ramirez allowing the foot placement, the left foot of Gutierrez to go inside.
Good left hand, though, again from Ramirez.
The strong side high kick, the back leg, available to both guys. Mitchell style versus a southpaw. See it, both guys have attempted it, both guys doing a good job of blocking it.
Gutierrez is just so fast.
So fast, and has just bricks in those gloves, apparently. Ooh, Ramirez turning it up here a little bit, starting to land.
He's landing accurately. He's hitting good flush parts of the head. Probably some of his best striking's been done this third round.
Yeah, he's slipping those punches of Gutierrez. Running some nice shots of his own. Gotta get more pressure. He's got a minute left. He's got a minute here to win or lose this fight because I think he's behind on the scorecards, and even if he wins this round, I think it's still, which he's winning so far. Well, maybe until that last exchange.
No, but you can tell the way he came out this round that he knows that he's down on the scorecards. 45 seconds here.
Ooh. Toe slapped the face of Ramirez. Seconds here. Are they going to point to the ground?
I hope they do.
And I think the fight's kind of been that way.
I was going to say, I feel like they've been doing it already. They've been throwing down. Here we go, 10 seconds. That's going to be, let's back up a little bit. Oh, man is all about it.
Still sprawls it. Nice. Good finish there.
Yeah, what a fight.
Gutierrez.
Tell you what, Alex, Brian Gutierrez keeps fighting like that. He's going to get a lot of wins at this level.
Absolutely.
See a massive improvement in this game. Nice takedown defense, very good striking, good anticipation. He can take a punch. We got a clear unanimous decision win here for Brian Gutierrez, but Augustine Ramirez, a fun fighter to watch.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Ramirez back in the cage as well, and as he gets his career going once again after taking 3 years off due to injuries. We'll see what he does in his next fight, but man, both of these guys really put on a show. That's what it's all about with these amateurs, finding your style, leaving it inside the cage, going back, working on it, coming back in and seeing how you can implement those changes, what you worked on. These guys put on a hell of a show. Judges have calculated everything up. Wayne is heading back inside. Let's see how the judges scored this one. Take it away, Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast. With scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, Brian El Gallo Negro Gutierrez.
Congratulations to Brian Gutierrez on a fun performance. And we keep things moving, and we meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Damian Herrera to the blue corner.
All right, Damian Herrera heading inside the Fury Amateur Series cage for the first time. The Demon on a one-fight win streak right now, and is by far the most jealous I've been of a fighter, because this young man lives in Cabo, trains in Cabo, and I hope he's the bridge that takes Fury FC to Cabo one day for a broadcast.
Heck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, we need to get him in title contention as quickly as possible. We can try to get Eric Garcia to get us down there. We know they do the Eddie Bravo Invitational down there a lot. We need to get this. We need to get this show on the road, man. But Damian Herrera, both parents jiu-jitsu black belts. He's a purple belt and the kids instructor at their gym down in Cabo. So, man, this dude's living the life.
Awesome.
Yeah, I believe the gym name is Ground Dwellers. Yep, Ground Dwellers Cabo. But also training at Brazos Valley MMA as well. So that's cool to see. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Houston Marza.
H-Town's own. Literally, his name is Houston. Houston Marza. The Problem. Got a lot of props from Alden Correa on the Fury FC Unleashed podcast this week. He's saying, this young man, he's an amateur still, and there's a reason his nickname is The Problem. He gives a lot of people problems when they're sparring.
Yeah, man, Houston's good. He's been fighting for only a couple of years, but this is his fifth fight. He's only 18. He does a lot of submission-only matches. Got a great team behind him. He's got very good technical striking. I think his grappling game is perhaps stronger than his striking. Man, in his last fight, I was talking to my coach, and we're like, man, he was fighting like a pissed-off teenager. And he was just like throwing a couple of punches too much in his combinations. And I'm sure he's learned from that. And if we can see him, honestly, just reel back a little bit, I think we'll see a masterclass.
Oh, yeah, man. Getting a chance to train with Alden Correa, Josh Fan, and so many others at 4 ounce. Look at the height advantage there and reach advantage for the 18-year-old Houston Marza, the 4 ounce fighter. The Problem making his way inside the cage for the 4th time here at Fury Amateur Series. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.2 pounds. Originally from Houston, Texas, now fighting out of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 4 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Damian El Demonio Herrera. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he too weighed in officially at 135.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, his amateur record stands at 2 wins, 2 losses. Here is Houston, the Problem, Marza. Your referee in charge of the action, Ramsey Ishak.
All right, here we go. Houston Marza taking on Damian Herrera. Marza red gloves, Herrera blue gloves.
Yeah, just I thought Damian. I was about to say, I bet you Damian wants to get this to the ground, but man, Beautiful technique there from Houston Marza.
Yeah, Houston's not easy to beat anywhere. He's got really good striking, and he's got, I'm telling you, he's got exceptionally good grappling.
He's got that mean grappling, too.
Damian Herrera, the purple belt.
Oh,
Beautiful
wow.
transitions there from Houston Marza. Right into that body lock. Got the gate closed on the neck already.
No. Very hard to escape if he can lock it back up.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. Houston Marza squeezing with everything he has, readjusting now. Body lock is still intact.
I wasn't really sure what Damian's reaching for. He's trying to reach for the head. He's got to get that hand up there. Houston's coach telling him to sell out and get that. If he puts his chin over that glove, this is going to be very difficult.
Oh, there's the tap. How about that? Houston Marza with a huge finish.
Yeah, bright future for this youngster. And his last fight was against, what, Nico Martinez, who's fighting for the belt. I mean, a black belt. I mean, Houston's very well-rounded, still super young.
Let's take a look at this transition.
Nice guard pass.
Marza
sticks to that underhook. As he transitions to mount, I'm sorry, as he's looking to go to mount, the guy turns, gives his back up.
Man, that was so smooth and quick.
Yeah, slid that bottom hook in during the transition. Beautiful job. During the transition, when they first went to the ground, never put his knees on the ground, always on his feet. So very agile from that position and just a little bit faster. Beautiful job. Houston Marza, you're right, Alex. This kid he's a real deal.
Yeah, he is.
There's a reason why so many UFC guys are talking about him. Alvin Correa, who's going to make his UFC debut next Saturday. Josh Van.
Gal.
So many guys. Let's make this one official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 1 minute, 32 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Houston, the Problem, Marza.
Take a bow, young man. Can't wait to see you back inside the cage. Get those final pictures in. And with that, let's get our title fight underway and meet our first fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Marcelo Acosta Ruiz.
Marcelo Acosta Ruiz, 4-1 record, first time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Last time out, it was January of 2024 when he took on your guy, Josh Thomas.
Yeah, that was a championship fight at 155 pounds for a different promotion. They went all 5. Oddly enough, there was a little miscomms. There was full rules that night. So there were a lot of elbows. And yeah, he got good experience. He did defeat him by my guy Josh. And Josh fights here at Fury as a pro. Josh is his 7th pro fight coming up. So Josh went pro right after that match. And yeah, just tremendous experience here for Marcelo. Still has a great record. Took some time off. You know, tried to focus on the skill set. And man, he's right back in it for Fury for another title fight. I mean, this is about as tough as it gets as the end of your amateur career.
Yeah, we talk about fights that, losses that age well. That's one that's aged really, really well. Josh doing very well here as a pro. Josh very, very tough. We knew that was going to be a tough fight, but man, glad to see Marcelo here in a title fight again.
He is inside the cage. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Shawn Tilman.
Shawn Tilman, 7-time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage, 5-1 record, riding a 5-fight win streak, lost his debut fight, and just started taking over and cleaning things up. But it was his last fight. That was as high level of an amateur fight that we have ever seen, as he took on Andrew Villarreal. He got the win, unanimous decision, but remember that fight, we all left thinking, both of these guys are pros.
Yeah. Tilman also has, I think, the only Peruvian necktie submission in the Fury cage. Pulled that off a couple of wins ago. Yeah, Tilman's always been one to impress. He's got great striking, great wrestling, great grappling. Works hard. Has a good team behind him, as you see. Cam smothering Rupian Stotts and Nate Edwards in his corner. Yeah, Tilman's a fun guy to watch.
You always see Shawn Tilman in all of Eve's videos. He's like his main demonstration partner. Our Tail of the Tape brought to you by Denison Law Firm for your DWI and criminal defense in the city of Houston and beyond. Reach out to Denison Law Firm. Height advantage going to Shawn Tilman, even on the reach. Both fighters made weight, so we are ready to go and crown a champion. Here's Wayne.
The following contest, brought to you by DenunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Lightweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 155 pounds. Fighting out of College Station, Texas, by way of Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. His amateur record stands at 4 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Marcelo, El Carnero, Aosta, Ruiz. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This Thug Jitsu fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 154.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, his amateur record stands at 6 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Shawn Flatland Tilman. And now referee Ryan Thompson with your final championship instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and follow my instructions. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
All right, fun fact, Marcelo Aosta Ruiz, El Carnero, means the Ram. I don't think I've heard that as a fight name.
Carnero taking on El Carnero taking on Flatland. Blue gloves for Aosta Ruiz, Tilman, red gloves.
Tilman, a strong build for 55.
Marcelo with a good combination to start the round.
Aosta Ruiz did a good job splitting the base, trying to dig an underhook. Tilman's all but in on that double leg. Big finish. Aosta Ruiz did a good job defending that on the first level, but Tilman was just in so deep, such good technical wrestling.
Yeah, once you get that elevation, you get those feet off the ground, man, it's just your hips automatically go to the side, and it makes that slam inevitable. It's like he's trying to go to knee on belly here.
Wrestle up attempt here. Aosta Ruiz with a nice re-entry on a double of his own, now on a single.
Tilman doing a good job with that shield leg with that right foot. Toes above the knee, outside the quad muscle there, with the knee inside.
Yeah, on single leg defense, you want to try to do 3 things. First, you whizzer to lift the arm up. Then you swivel the leg they're grabbing, that shin to the outside of their thigh to post on it. Then you want to fight for inside head position. Tilman was able to do that very well as he reverses position as these guys break.
Aosta Ruiz wrestled in high school and college. Just in college.
Aosta Ruiz seems to be the faster puncher, but I think Tilman the stronger shot.
Tilman just has such a big base.
Another example of the pressure fighter putting their opponent's back on the cage, but then throwing a kick, and getting it caught, and giving up a takedown for. We saw in the Ochoa McFarland fight earlier as well. You want to be coming forward when throwing kicks, but not if you're too close. Stride there from Marcelo. Tilman now goes flat to create some space. Tilman's got a good active guard too. He'll throw up submissions.
10 seconds left. First round. Oh, man. That's how you take a round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sure was.
Yeah, close to Ruiz coming on strong there in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, looking, man, yeah. I mean, really, I think did that punch knock him down? Or?
It looked like it stumbled him for sure. Let's take a look if we can get it on the highlights.
Oh, yeah. That one buzzed him for sure. Most notable strike of the fight. Really good. See, that was a good example of like fun wrestling to watch. Both guys, they got him deep, they changed it together, they scored their finish. The opponent, though, defensively got back up, reshot, broke away. I mean, now granted, it was, I don't know how long ago, but we had done a lot of tape study on Marcelo Acosta Ruiz, and man, he's got a good gas tank. He'll fight at a high pace for the entire fight. His last fight went all 5 rounds. They finished scrambling hard in the 5th. Tilman also, his last fight was a banger, was a dog fight, went all 3 rounds. So he's used to that arduous pace.
Yeah, both of these guys are championship caliber. That's why they are, of course, taking on each other here for the 155 belt.
Quick hands there. Marcelo
putting the pressure on.
Oh!
Wow! That is how you capture a title! Shawn Tilman with the walk-off finish!
Whoa, man. A high kick KO. Man, we gotta watch that. I think his hands were up, but just went over the guard. And it clipped him right in the side of the head.
Yeah, and Acosta Ruiz is still thinking he's in the fight.
Whoa, man.
Man, what a knockout. And then 2 punches that are about as hard as any I've seen after he was down. But, I mean, that's part of the fight game. You got to make sure you don't stop till the ref stops you. Probably unnecessary, but in the moment, man, I'm telling you, you just don't see those things.
Yeah. And you know, you have the fight all but one. Oh no, yeah, that hand dropped just right as I think he thought a punch was coming. He went to almost parry it. Right over the top, man. Brutal high kick KO. For the belt.
Wow. Shawn Tilman is a dangerous man. That is how you potentially put a stamp on your amateur career.
And that's one of the worst knockouts we've seen here, especially for the amateurs.
Let's make it official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ryan Thompson calls for a stop to the fight. 25 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by knockout and new Fury Amateur Series lightweight champion, Shawn Flatland Tilman.
I'm here with your winner, Shawn Tilman. Shawn, was there something between rounds that you guys saw that set up that high kick?
Yes, I threw a right hand. He kind of ducked. He kind of like wavered at it. He was moving his head that way. So I just threw it up, see what was there. I tried to shadow it, and it caught him clean as it could ever catch him, man.
Well, it was a beautiful kick, a beautiful knockout, and congratulations on that fight bonus there, that knockout bonus. But every time somebody wins one of these amateur belts, we always ask the same question. Is this your last amateur fight?
No, sir, I will be back. I will be back.
Well, we can't wait to see you defend that belt. Congratulations. Your winner, Shawn Tilman.
Yeah, if any knockout gets a bonus, that doesn't get any more brutal than that. It really doesn't.
And Shawn Tilman saying he's going to be back to defend the title. Interesting. All right, we will now head to the pro side of our prelims. Let's meet our first fighter out.
Please welcome Tavon Taylor to the blue corner.
All right, Tavon Taylor's second time inside the Fury FC cage. In his debut, lost to AJ Hodgkins, who we hope to see on this prelims broadcast. Might be a swing bout fight. But it was a dog fight. You know, Tavon Taylor had moments where he held his own, but then just ate a huge right to start round 3, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime when you guys see AJ Hodgkins later on in the card, whether that be after the main card or before, but I mean, he is a big man, and he has got some heavy hands. And, you know, Tavon, it doesn't really matter who's in front of him. If somebody takes a shot like that, they're going to go down. But Tavon Taylor is very tough. He was in that fight the whole time, and it was anybody's fight right up until that moment, Alex.
Yeah, and he had to deal with that fight was a crazy pace. He was dealing with, I mean, that I'd call them blast doubles, but the tackles of AJ, I mean, that was a wild fight to watch. It really was.
Tavon Taylor has been fighting with as he put it, this is his quote, not mine, a torn tit. Let's just call it a torn pec, but yeah, he said torn tit.
I love it. Right to the point.
Quote unquote. I get to say it because it's a quote. All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Aruna Tosen to the red corner.
Aruna Tosen making his debut after taking a boxing match. Trains at AKA. Saw him at the weigh-ins yesterday. The pictures, looks in incredible shape. Like, this is a specimen right here.
Yeah.
Man, anytime you see, Alex, and tell me if you agree with me, anytime you see a specimen of an athlete like this coming out of a gym like AKA, making a debut, it's something you really have to pay attention to, because this could be one of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it being a debut, the expectations are high, but there's really nothing to go off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in for a genuine violent surprise, and I can't wait.
No amateur fights, just one boxing match on his record that we know of. There's no notes on him. This man is a mystery.
How many people can say that the story of their lives are a violent surprise? I love it. And they're not getting hurt when they're saying it. We get to sit over here and say, man, what a violent surprise. And it doesn't have anything to do with somebody hitting me.
His nickname is the Joy Taker. I want to say the violent surprise should be his new nickname. Our tailgate brought to you by Warbringer, Southwest Bourbon, the cock of the walk. Look at that reach advantage for Tavon Taylor. 9 inches, 1 inch on the height. The 33-year-old is ready to take on Aruna Tosen. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by the Big Beast of Bourbon, Warbringer Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in a Fury FC catchweight of 200 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 199.4 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, by way of O'Fallon, Illinois, today he seeks his first professional victory. Here is the Black Panther, Tavon Taylor. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 199.2 pounds. Fighting out of Gilroy, California, by way of Fumbo, Cameroon, today he makes his professional debut. here is Aruna, the joy taker, Tosen. Your referee in charge of the action, Chef Rexroad.
All right, here we go. This fight was scheduled for a 200-pound catch weight. Both guys came in at 199, and they look fantastic inside. Joy Taker, Aruna, Tosen. Oh, wow!
Yeah, gentlemen, these are two big men in here also. Tavon Taylor trying desperately to get this to the ground.
Grabbed the cage. It didn't help him not get taken down. He did get warned for it.
Yeah, and you got to wonder, no amateur fights. Aruna and Sangay, I mean, you know, you're going to do some of those amateur things in there, even though it's a pro fight. You're going to have some of those, you know, little glitches that come along in your game that you're not really sure of how you'll react to.
And look,
it's like he's doing well, though.
And Taylor trying to maybe just zap the energy early on, making him wrestle. Aruna's coming out with some real heaters.
Tosen.
Yeah, very strong. You can see. And Tavon Taylor, you know, he's kind of got that right hand up on the hip. Yeah, he's got to do something different with that hand. Try to isolate that arm. Ooh, that's, are you kidding me?
Oh, he broke his arm. Oh my God, he broke his arm.
Oh,
with an Americana.
Wow.
From bottom side control.
Oh, that was the wildest thing.
He broke his arm. He was in a front headlock.
Oh.
He locked like a Kimura, but an Americana from bottom double over front headlock, rolled him and then broke his arm.
And he,
what the? I've seen so many grappling actions. I've never seen that before.
And Alex, that went so fast. It went from I'm not in trouble to it is broken. That was a very fast
Americana. And then watch. So that either dislocates it or it broke right at that humerus bone where it connects to the elbow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I know it's weird. Hopefully it's just a dislocation and not a break. Whoa. That was wild.
Yeah, that's the wildest finish we've seen in here, maybe. I mean, submission-wise, and we've seen twisters in here. We've seen, man, that's, and, I mean, no opportunity to tap, and, you know, had no idea that he was in that much trouble. I mean, we didn't know. We didn't think it was that bad. An Americana from the bottom, you don't typically see those finished.
And, like, the position he locked it up from, a bottom front headlock, but it wasn't even front, it was double overhooks.
Yeah.
Which is really a position you shouldn't be hanging out in if you're the top man. Whoa.
All right, so the medical team is working on Tosen right now. Oh, that was gnarly.
Yeah, what a wild submission. You're just joining us, Tavon Taylor, getting his first pro win after losing to A.J. Hodgkins in his debut, but comes in here looking like he wanted to get this to the ground. Didn't really care how it got there. Didn't look like he cared about being top or bottom, but came in here with an Americana from the bottom.
So, like, oh my God, he didn't. Wow. I don't. That's a hard one to explain.
Yeah, I mean, the breakdown on this one is going to be that one's going to be a viral. That one's going to go viral.
Let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 42 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by technical submission due to an Americana, Tavon, the Black Panther, Taylor.
right, so with that, we will be here. We're going to take a moment because the medical team is still working on Aruna Senge in his debut fight. Getting that arm in a split, an air cast, it looks like, to make sure we can get him to the hospital. Man, that was brutal.
No way.
And y'all, I mean, there's a running joke on this commentary team. I get queasy at this, and let's take a look at our reaction cam. I already saw it, and I still try to look away. That was brutal. Oh, man.
I knocked something off the table. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I got scared.
All right, let's get our next fighter in.
Please welcome Mitchell Cup to the blue corner.
Woo! All right. Mitchell Cup making his way out for the 4th time to the Fury FC cage, looking for his first professional win. And he is going to be part of some potential Houston MMA history as he takes on Patrick Hutton, who we'll meet in a second. But Mitchell Cup, it has been 2 years since we've seen Mitchell Cup inside the cage. Got finished by Shane Keefe, but when he was given this opportunity, he jumped on it. He was ready to take on Patrick Hutton.
Yeah, came a little heavy. I think they had originally agreed to fight at 180 pounds, and then it got bumped to 185. And then, you know, both guys coming in.
Tavon Taylor, he's right here.
Just got a kiss from Tavon Taylor.
Let's meet Mitchell Cup's opponent. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here's Tavon Taylor.
Put that sexy jacket
We all just got kissed by Tavon. That was what a walkout.
All right, Patrick Hutton. Yeah, the big cheers for Patrick Hutton, making his way back to the cage. Bam Bam Hutton.
Yeah, Wild, he fought Bubba Bush out of Houston, got signed to the UFC, fought Trevin Giles, got signed to the UFC, fought Charlie Antaveros, got signed to the UFC. Patrick Hutton, he's been fighting in Houston forever, and he has fought the who's who.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around forever, and, you know, not just that, even though he hasn't fought since 2019 or 2018, he has never left the fight game. He has been here. He's a striking coach. He's heavily involved in the MMA community around Houston especially, but really, I mean, everybody knows this guy. Everybody knows him. He's a godson of George Foreman.
And his last fight in Fury was against David Armas, a guy notoriously hard to put away, and Pat got the finish in round 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pat's always been a guy with great character, a ton of work ethic for him.
And you see that tail to take 50-year-old Patrick Hutton. It's been 7 years since he last fought. And you see him, he looks fantastic. He is short on the reach, but even on the height, both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC middleweight division and is brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com. Find out how to score up to 35% off for a limited time on their 4.0 modal dual pouch boxer brief at SheathUnderwear.com. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, today he pursues his first professional victory. Here is Mitchell, the 903 shooter, Cup. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 183.4 pounds. Fighting out of Humble, Texas, by way of Rock Island, Illinois. Today, he seeks his 8th professional victory. here is Patrick Bam Bam Hutton. Your referee in charge of the action, Danielle Guevara.
All right, the retirement fight, or we think, you never know. Patrick Hutton, Mitchell Cup.
Never know, maybe he's just going every 7 years now.
Hey, one thing, I watched Pat this morning, he can crack, man. He can still move his feet well and throw some good technical punches. He's always been a boxer by trade.
Oh, yeah. Good opening flurry there. Hey, he's 50 years old, looks fantastic. I wish I looked like that at 40.
Yeah, 50 years old. Patrick's about 6 months older than me. And so I just couldn't imagine getting in there at this stage of our lives and doing it. And Patrick is even happy to be in there.
Good strong. Got to split the difference between, you know, defending the leg grabs and also staying active with his punches.
Was after George Foreman passed away, Patrick Hutton was here and did the 10-bell salute, and he came by and he was like, man, I miss this.
Pat's being super active with his ground and pound. Oh. Those are decent shots. Yeah. And there's the TKO win there for Pat Hutton. Gets it done early. Gets it done early. Rushed him with the box and must have landed a good 50, 60 shots there from that front headlock position. So, and in contrast to the last fight, notice when Pat was in the front headlock, he had one arm around the neck, one arm around the arm, not both arms around the arm. And that allows the bottom man to have way fewer reversal options. Also stops the bottom man from locking up Americanas.
Yeah. Oh, that Americana. Man, Patrick Hutton looks fantastic, gets the finish. So many fans in attendance, one of the most beloved figures here in Houston MMA history. On a great crowd with him. Drew Bob Perez in his corner.
Yeah, Pat came to the gym a few times, did a lot of jiu-jitsu with my guys. Didn't really need it. Threw some good flurries.
Yeah, good for him. I'm happy for him to get back in there at 50 years old, have a retirement fight that, you know, he can be proud of. He come in here against a tough competitor. He made weight very early, and Pat's a big guy, and so that in itself is the first battle. He won that one, then came in here and looked very, very good. I don't know, we may see Pat again.
Yeah, looks fantastic. Look at that finish. Hands look sharp.
Yeah, he landed a ton of strikes there from that front headlock scenario.
All right. Let's make this one official. Here's Wade.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Danielle Guevara calls for a stop to the action. 1 minute, 10 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Patrick Bam Bam Hutton.
I'm here with your winner, Patrick Hutton. Patrick, at 50 years old, you got in here and made quick work of a much younger man.
I just want to thank God and give all my glory to God. And I just had to come out and fight. I took this for a certain reason. I want to thank Colton, Bob, Alex Morono, the guys at Henzo Gracie's, everyone who came out and support me, the gyms that let me train with them. I took this fight for one reason. I wanted to get sober. And the only way I behave is by fighting. And so thanks, Mitchell, for taking this fight. Thank you, Eric, for letting me fight. And everyone that came out to support me. But this fight goes, I want to dedicate it to my good friend, George Foreman, who passed away. And I did that for him, and my mom and my dad.
Patrick, at 50 years old, you look pretty damn good in here. Is this really the last time we're going to see you now, or is there maybe one more in you?
I don't know. Eric, what do you think? I don't know. Right now, I'm going to say no. But you never know. I felt pretty good up in here, and I can fight on the ground now. I couldn't do that before. Now I can. I've had a lot of good help from that guy over there, Alex Morono, helped me with my ground a lot.
Well, congratulations on the win. Your winner, Houston's own Patrick Hutton.
And if that really is the last time for for the last time. That was awesome. That's how you go out. Congratulations to Patrick Hutton, and love seeing him around the shows. We will see you around, brother. Let's keep it moving. Meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Monique Dodson to the blue corner.
All right, let's get some straw weights in here. Monique Dodson, 1-0, second time inside the Fury FC cage. Got a huge finish over Leilani Hodgins back in June at FC 105. There was a first round finish. And Monique has been on fire, Michael.
Yeah, 3-0 as an amateur, and now 1-0 as a pro, never seeing defeat. And, you know, Alex, I mean, good hands. She's, you know, very, very strong, always in good shape. So Monique Dodson is a force to be reckoned with here in this 115 division.
Yeah, and in that pro debut, a stunning one-shot sleeper KO. I mean, the lightest weight class here in Fury, the ladies 115-pounders, and man, just a walk-off one-shot bomb. It was awesome.
Yeah, and since that, we've all been keeping our eyes out. Like, when is Monique going to get back in? And she is taking on an opponent who is just as dynamic, just as exciting. Sandy Herrera will meet her in a second. But for Monique Dodson, had a very nice amateur career and is really just gearing up now for this run. And if there's one thing that helps these ladies out, is that if you're a strawweight, you go 4-0, 5-0, that call-up could be quick. Monique Dodson inside the cage. Let's get her opponent out.
Please welcome to the red corner, Sandy Herrera.
Sandy Herrera, the personal trainer, one of the most in-shape fighters that we have here, making her pro debut, went 4-2-1 as an amateur. Was supposed to fight Mila Hill, the daughter of Grant Hill. That fight fell off, and here we are. She's taking on a tough opponent, Monique Dodson.
Yeah, I don't know if this is better or worse, but I mean, just a different animal. I mean, but Sandy Herrera in her last fight went to a majority draw and said, I'm tired of this amateur stuff, ready for her pro debut. Had no hesitation in taking this fight at all. So, Alex, what does that say about Sandy Herrera?
Yeah, I mean, you're ready to rock. I mean, she had a huge amateur career, a ton of title fight experience. I think this was the right move. Going pro was the next step.
Look at our tournament tape brought to you by Space City Collective. The height advantage and reach advantage going to the 29-year-old Sandy Herrera. She is inside. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Strawweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and she weighed in officially at 115.4 pounds. Fighting out of Fort Stewart, Georgia, her professional record stands at 1 win, no losses. Here is Monique, the Presence Dodson. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and she weighed in at 116.6 pounds. Fighting out of the War Training Center in Houston, Texas. Today, she makes her professional debut. Here is Sandy Herrera. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
All right, let's get this one going. Monique Dodson, blue gloves. Sandy Herrera, red gloves. Got the knockout power of Monique Dodson, the technical abilities of Sandy Herrera. Amazing conditioning.
Yeah, Herrera's used a lot of good wrestling in her previous amateur fights. Good pacing.
Yeah, Alex, is there a better time to be a professional at 115 or 125 in the female division? I mean, you know, like you said earlier, we're able, you know, 2, 3, 4 fights into this, people are getting called up. When you see them finishing, they figure, all right, this person's ready, and they're going to the next level, and they're being successful.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't get any better than this.
Being on the best promotion to get the call up, you want to be here. You want to be at Fury. You show out. The right people are watching. And it makes that road even easier, Michael, when the right people are watching all the time on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, I'm sure there's that little bit of extra pressure that comes with that, but not near as much as that pressure as when you get in that full stadium with 20,000 people watching you, Alex.
Yeah, yeah.
Ladies showing off some of their offense right now. Big knee there from Monique Dodson.
They're trying to snake that Darce choke through. They snuck that knee up right as she was as Sandy Herrera was trying to collide in that pocket. Looks like they've noticed Sandy puts her head down forward as she's throwing those punches or as she enters the pocket. They're trying to meet her with that knee every time she comes in there.
Halfway mark of round one.
Yeah, I mean, trying to turn it up here a little bit. Sandy going in for kind of a half-hearted takedown. Monique getting a little bit high up there. Good job of staying on her feet, staying nimble. Trying to get those hooks in. She's got to be careful. Sandy trying to dump her over the top. See her grabbing that head. Both hooks in now for Big Dodson.
Still a little high, but let's help the force. Sandy does it. Yeah, good work.
A good attempt.
Minute 20 to work with this. Reversal's almost there. There it is. Good work with Sandy Herrera.
Yeah, got a minute here to do some ground and pound damage or slide in that.
Gilly.
She's trying to get those hands together.
Oh! Almost ninja choke. Dodson did a good job spinning, though. She had to spin then and there.
Sandy Herrera showing a very crafty ground game here.
Back over that leg.
Beautiful groundwork by both ladies.
Sandy needs to change direction as she's trying to run through that takedown.
Break to the center now.
Ooh, nice right hand by Sandy Herrera. Got to be careful leading in with that head.
Good offense there from Dodson. Take back to the corner. Interesting first round. Good moments for both fighters.
Yeah, I think on the feet, I think Monique Dodson won those battles and probably did more damage. And then Sandy Herrera with a very impressive ground game, very crafty on the ground. Couple submissions, almost locked up there. Just missing on the timing. Monique just a little bit ahead of it, but man, very entertaining first round for both these ladies.
That was that clinch knee. It was quick. Reversal here from Sandy.
That scramble, Sandy was, really close. Had that ninja choke locked up. Looked like she was going for a Darce choke at first. Changed it to a ninja choke on the other side. Monique Dodson kept scrambling her way out of it, got on top. As they got back to her feet, Monique Dodson landed a couple shots there to end the round. So, very close round, but maybe edged out by Monique Dodson.
Sandy Herrera, she's not fighting and training. She's a personal trainer, a Pilates instructor. Y'all taken Pilates before?
I've not.
Oh, it will wreck you. It's awesome.
Mostly do jiu-jitsu.
I think you would be great at Pilates because you're so flexible, both of y'all.
Oh, no. Bill, you're wrong about that, assuming every jiu-jitsu guy is flexible. That's just not true.
You're more flexible than the average person.
Well, I don't know about that either. But
Nothing.
I can bend 90 degrees at the waist, and that's about as far as it goes.
Sandy, when you watch this back, maybe it's she can host a class for us. Pilates class.
Happy to come watch.
Yeah, if I'm going to burn calories, just maybe do an MMA or doing jiu-jitsu.
That Pilates reformer, I took it once. I still have nightmares about it. Inside the cage right now. Round 2.
Oh.
Yeah, Monique they definitely saw on film where Sandy kind of leads in with her head when she's entering the pocket. She's about to throw punches. She'll kind of lean down with her head. I think they've noticed that. Monique taking advantage of that fact a lot here. First and so far in the second also.
I still can't believe we saw an Americana break a guy's arm. That was wild.
Professor Joseph at least walked right behind me. He's inside the cage right now, the official for this fight. But he said, "Did you guys hear it?"
Yeah. Yeah, the sound is what does it for me. It's a thud that's, that you, when you hear it, you know it.
And Tavon Taylor came by and gave all of us kisses.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that. Just sweaty kisses all over. Perez opening up the offensive arsenal a little bit.
Cool punch to a high kick, same side. A la Robert Whitaker. He was great at that.
And Herrera's a little blood coming out of the nose. They continue to throw that jab.
Pushing forward is Perez now. Ready with the counters. Oh, man. Michael, you called it. That game plan of hitting that knee every time Sandy moves forward as you're paying off.
I look like Monique was going to go in there maybe with a feinted a takedown. Sandy Perez happy to get in the clinch here. Would probably prefer this fight go to the ground at this point.
Yeah, Monique almost caught herself. She's like, wait, I'm already here. What?
Yeah.
Don't want to take this to the ground. I guess we went to the clinch.
Yeah, really deep feint. Or change her mind right in the middle of it. Yeah, Monique finds these moments to just let her hands go. And when she does, she's landing well. Dodson needing to just let go here. Nice combination there for Monique Dodson. And 3 of those 4 shots. Kick to the chin.
Seconds left in round 2. What y'all think of round 2?
Yeah, Monique continuing to pick apart Sandy Herrera there. You know, with the stand-up game, the boxing really, really strong of Monique Dodson. And yeah, so far, Sandy Herrera just not having an answer for that. I mean, you see, it's not like she's not over-punching. She's not throwing hard. She's just tapping her and just content with just tapping her with just about everything she's throwing. Everything she throws out there, good head movement. Sandy's landing a few punches here and there, and you know, she's closing the distance and going for those takedowns, just not having a lot of success getting to the ground.
Yeah, I'm surprised Dodson's being as measured. You know, her last fight, 1-shot sleeper, and this one being very diligent, making sure not to overswing, not to get taken down. Kind of like death by 1,000 cuts, just like touching, and moving. Interesting to see like this side of her skill set.
Here we go, round 3.
Yeah, maybe one of the hardest skills to learn, especially if you have a big knockout like that early, is to kind of tame that.
Be patient, yeah.
You know, everything becomes a skill once you get inside this cage, once you get inside the martial, you know, in the martial arts field in general. You know, breathing becomes a technique. You know, the way your knees are bent becomes a technique. Everything becomes a skill whenever you're in here, and it's, you know, you're learning to breathe properly, learning to stand properly. Once you get all those skills and you start putting them together, you get Monique Dodson. Patience is another skill. She's really showing that tonight.
Good counter there by Sandy.
Yeah, that was the best punch Sandy had landed, that right hand. Again.
Yeah, Sandy having some nice success with that jab, and there's that knee again. Yeah, just not a lot of pop on Sandy's punches right now. And if you're not going to pop, you're not going to have a lot of pop on there. You got to throw some volume. Yeah, there it is. There's a little pepper. And just as she was landing some nice shots there, good combinations. She goes in for another double leg. I think Dodson gets double underhooks and is now putting pressure on Sandy again, up against the cage. Knee from Sandy. Oh, another one.
Good knees.
It's been Sandy's best round so far.
Sandy fighting with some urgency here in round 3. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. See, of the two fighters, Sandy Herrera wearing this fight on her face now. Got some blood coming out of her nose. Both of her eyes are a little swollen.
Power on Monique's punches dialed back a little bit as well, but those kicks have been the story for round 3. Dodson, Sandy Herrera being a lot more aggressive in round 3, has connected. Enter the final 2 minutes of this fight.
Both girls trying to hit step and elbows. They both acknowledged the elbow attempts and gave each other a nod and a smile. Those elbows are hard to land, those stepping and elbows. From the clinch, it's much easier. Oh, nice. Oh, that's another really good combination there for Sandy.
Yeah, with a minute and a half left here, Sandy's got to get in there and throw some bombs. Or if she can manage to get this to the ground, she's got plenty of time to work on a submission or work on at least get into a dominant position to throw some punches from. And she has got to separate once Dodson defends. She has got to separate herself and continue to throw punches and continue to set those up. She's just not winning these battles right now.
1 minute left in this fight.
Ooh, nice elbow. 45 seconds left in round 3. Sandy Herrera, Monique Dodson. These ladies still very much in this fight. Again, landing in those combinations. Sandy with one more attempt to get a takedown here at the end of round 3. Doesn't look like she's going to have enough time to be successful here. Oh. Better round for Sandy Herrera, but maybe too little too late, Alex.
Yeah, I think she wins round 3. Dodson had the knockdown in round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the fighters' faces tell the story. I mean, Sandy Herrera I think she won that last round also, but fought a very smart fight in the 3rd round. And, you know, fought with a little bit of desperation and, you know, landed some good shots, landed some good combinations. Couldn't quite get there for the takedown, but still took a few knees, and Monique did just enough to survive and maybe win this fight 2 rounds to 1.
As advertised, it's extraordinarily cold here at Escapade.
Oh, yeah. They love the AC here at Escapade. Action venues, shout out to them. I always tell everyone, one of the best places to watch an MMA fight is right here.
Absolutely.
It's great. And anytime I have friends stop by for the first time ever, they leave going, wow.
Yeah, and forget about the tables. Get a 2nd row table up there on the 2nd row, up in the balcony. It is the best seat you will see. It's one of the best views you'll see an MMA fight from.
Yeah, I saw 2 of my young students who are here watching Professor Cameron. Shout out to Julie and Liam, but they're here with their dads, and I'm like, they're like, this is a cool thing. I'm like, they haven't been here before, and they said no the first time. And I was like, oh, y'all are in for a treat. And I know they have a ton of fights. Man, this main card is dynamite. Yeah, it's a great venue.
So we still have 4 more fights left on the prelim side of things. We're going to get 1 more in, and then we will start wrapping things up. But first, let's go inside and see how the judges scored this one. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Space City Collective. All 3 judges score the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Monique the Presence Dodson.
Maybe questionable on 1 round, but, you know, doesn't really matter. It's a unanimous decision win for Monique Dodson.
All right, we keep things moving. We'll meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Drake Lopez to the blue corner.
All right, Drake Lopez, 9-time inside the Fury FC cage. 2-6 record. Records be damned. When he's in, we are watching and we are excited because Drake is one of those guys. He is electric and he puts on a show.
Yeah, I love seeing Drake Lopez inside the cage. You never know what's going to happen. And, you know, he comes to fight every single time. He will take some shots, and sometimes they'll, you know, it causes him to lose the fight, but he is maybe one of the quickest transition submission artists that we have in this Fury cage.
And he'll jump on submissions, and I mean that literally. Jump on gillies, he'll jump on ankle locks. I mean, he'll throw bombs. One of the craziest, like, first 2-minute fighters to ever grace this Fury cage.
Yeah.
That quick tap of Michael Capone back at FC 103 on the prelims broadcast.
It's a club and sub. Your octopus choked him.
That was like, whoa, there's the Drake Lopez we love watching. Get ready for a fast and furious first few minutes. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Kevin Martinez to the red corner.
Kevin Martinez making his debut. Went 3-1 as an amateur. Has taken 2 years off, and here we are for the debut.
Yeah, and again, whenever you take 2 years off between your amateur career and your pro debut, you're going to see a much different fighter than they were at that last amateur fight. His one loss as an amateur is to a rear naked choke. Drake Lopez will take your back, so he's got to be careful about that. I'm sure he's worked on that, but 3 wins as an amateur are all finishes.
Yeah, and that one loss, it was a title fight, and he had a triangle locked up in that fight. His opponent just escaped, and that was a really high-level contest. Martinez has got his black belt in that 2-year break. And yeah, he's Jared Chafee in his corner. Chafee being on the sub-100 pro stage pretty regularly.
Look at our tail of the tape brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast. The height advantage, reach advantage, going to the 29-year-old Kevin Martinez, making the return to the cage in his debut. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC flyweight division, and is brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast. Putting the FU in MMA podcasting. That's the Fury Unleashed podcast, available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.4 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Today, he seeks his 3rd win as a pro. Here is Drake Lopez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 126 pounds even. Fighting out of Conroe, Texas, by way of Los Angeles, California. Today, he makes his professional debut. Here is Kevin Martinez. Your referee in charge of the action, Jeff Rexroad.
All right, let's get these flyweights going. This is our 12th prelims fight. Lopez blue gloves, Kevin Martinez red gloves. Don't forget to join us on UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as Cameron Graves defends his title against Matheus Silva in our main event.
We're already seeing Drake be a little more patient.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a punch yet, so we'll see where his patience goes. Oh, there's that guillotine.
Yeah.
You can see the hairline a little bit coming out of there. Oh, he's tightened it up.
Ooh. So he did let his hands go. I don't know if he did it to re-grip. There's a rule of thumb on gillies. If your initial grip breaks, you're probably not getting it back. This one does look like it's a good bite. I just can't. Yeah, his hands. I think he disconnected his hands to adjust early on. Oh, nice elbows. Just gotta watch this armbar though.
There's that armbar. Oh, that's very tight. There it goes again. We saw it against Mason Jacobellis, and we just saw that very fast transition again. Beautiful armbar by Drake Lopez.
Gets the tap of the black belt in transition. Drake Lopez is a walking highlight.
Yeah, that forearm clamp just cuts the quick angle. Oh, man.
Man, what a submission. What a beautiful transition, so fast and perfect. And he was tapping before he even flipped him over.
Yeah.
Drake Lopez being a good sport there. Knew he had to hold on to it a little bit longer, but referee didn't see it. Drake would have let go. This fight would still be going. So, man, what a submission from Drake Lopez.
Man, shout out to Drake Lopez, always putting on a show, win or lose, and this time winning the fight. Wow. So, programming note for everyone. We will be taking a break after this one, so we will now get ready for UFC Fight Pass, that main broadcast. So the final 3 fights, Marcus Nash taking on AJ Hodgkins.
Do not miss that one.
That's going to be so good. Eden Rodriguez, Lucas Valente, and then Anthony Strapp taking on Dalet Karambula. That one is going to be on our swing bouts. That means we will be back here after the UFC Fight Pass broadcast on the Fury FC YouTube and Facebook page. Wayne is inside. Let's make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 3 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rolling armbar, Drake Lopez.
Wow.
Congratulations to Drake Lopez. All right, with that, we are going to get ready for UFC Fight Pass. Make sure you join us at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as Cameron Graves defends his title against Matheus Silva in our main event for Fury FC 109. On behalf of the entire Fury FC team for DNA Studio Productions, for Alex Moreno, for Michael Alexander, I'm Rahil Ramzani. Thank you so much for joining us on our prelims broadcast for Fury FC 109.